Hey guys! This past weekend I went to go see Lottery Ticket, which I've been waiting for months. I came home and I took notes on it. There's quite a few things that I wanted to talk about. So I apologize if I'm looking at my paper and not at you, but I just need to collect my thoughts. So this movie, it was released on August 20th, directed by Erik, and it stars a bunch of my favorites. Bow Wow. I really like him as an actor and as a rapper, actually. But I was very excited that he was doing this movie. Brandon T. Jackson, Naturi, Naughton, Loretta Devine, Ice Cube, Terry Crews, Mike Epps, Charlie Murphy. So it had a lot of like really established like comedic actors. Basically the story, if you guys have seen the trailer, the entire plot is right there. Bow Wow's character, Kevin, he ends up buying or getting the winning lottery ticket. But he has to wait 3 days during the 4th of July weekend until he can go downtown and claim it and get his money. So it's the whole hijink movie of trying to keep him safe and keep the ticket safe before he can go and claim the money. Like I said, Bow Wow, he's really funny. I really liked him from one of his first like Mike. You know, remember that movie, the basketball movie? I didn't even really know who he was, but when I saw that movie, I'm like, he's kind of funny. He's kind of really awesome, even though he's like 13. But he's good. I like him as an actor. Brandon T. Jackson, also hilarious. He and Bow Wow actually did one of my movies that I really like watching is Roll Bounce. They did that, I think in 2005 or something. And I just really like the duo partnership that Bow Wow and Brandon T. Jackson have, because Bow Wow can play like the straight, level-headed character, and then Jackson is always the impulsive, kind of gets really hyped on things very easily character, so they balance each other out a lot. There was a scene though in this movie, spoiler, where things got very like dramatic. You know, Bow Wow and Brandon T. Jackson, their characters are like best friends for years. But they kind of get into this argument and it gets really, really dramatic, and you can kind of see how they've grown as actors also in this particular scene. Although I did have a problem because I thought it went on a little too long and I kind of was losing interest in really listening to what they were saying. But other than that, it was very dramatic and emotions were there. Mike Epps and Charlie Murphy, they're really funny. Mike Epps plays the preacher, and Charlie Murphy, he's kind of like the nosy neighbor that no one wants to tell anything to because you know that he's going to spread the word to everybody. And then Ice Cube, he's a mysterious, wise person in this neighborhood. He's very wise, and people are afraid of him. Oh, there was this part early on. So there's this girl, Nikki, and she's kind of like the hot chick that all the guys want. And Kevin, Bow Wow's character, is like in love, well, in lust with her. And the first time you see her, she's walking with her two girls in the back, and she's walking slow motion with theme music playing. And I immediately thought of that scene from Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen, you know, with Lindsay Lohan, and that scene where Megan Fox is doing that exact same thing, where she has her two friends in the back, she's walking down the hall, and she's got that theme music playing. So it was exactly like that movie, except instead of strutting down the halls in like Wonderland, in this movie, the girls were swagging down the streets in the hood. So there was that small difference, but it was exactly the same, and I don't know, I just immediately thought of that. There was a lot of like morals and messages in this movie. Three that I picked up on. One is, you know, friendship. I kind of called it the Frodo One Ring syndrome. You know how in Lord of the Rings, since he's had the ring for so long, he kind of gets suspicious of like Sam and Sam's intentions about helping him out. You know, he gets all like paranoid. That's kind of what happens in this movie. So it really plays on knowing who your friends are and being able to trust people, which is something that we all struggle, that I'm struggling with right now. So I was able to relate to that, very much so. The second one was more with the Ice Cube character, is that you don't really know people until you give them a chance, and until you get to know them, and how you shouldn't like pass judgment on someone. And you know, I just blogged about this actually on my personal Tumblr, about how, you know, we're all the same. You know, we have the same likes and dislikes. We've been to certain places, you know, we've done this and that. It's just what makes me different is that I do things differently with what I'm given in my life. And that I don't like to judge people because I don't know their story. You know, they could have it way worse, or they could be going through the same things, and I just don't know. So that's why I don't judge. And that was a message that I picked up on from this movie that I think a lot of people, especially young kids, need to recognize, and they need to get a hold of that and get that in their head. Just saying. And the third one was about Kevin and how he had a dream, but he was too afraid to do anything about it. And it's that whole, you know, you don't know unless you try. And again, I'm feeling that, and I'm thinking about that right now. You know, you have dreams, or you want to do something or go somewhere, but you can't tell yourself, oh, it's not going to work out, or I'll never make it there, because you don't know unless you try. And at least when you try, you know that you did something, and you weren't just sitting on your ass at home whining about it. So that is the one that I picked up on the most. That message was very clear for me. So yeah, I really liked the movie. Again, I've been waiting for months to see it. I like a lot of the actors in this movie. It was just like a good summer movie. You know, it was dramatic, but it was also very funny. It had, you know, messages and morals for people to pick up on. Good soundtrack. I liked the songs as well. I think they did a pretty good job. I was really happy with it. So if you guys get a chance, I would definitely recommend seeing it. You get a good laugh out of it. Yeah, so just let me know what you think about the movie, if you've seen it or if you haven't. But you should. You should do that. Support. Alright, I'll stop talking now. Bye.